and welcome to my channel, or if this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love indie makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be doing a chatty, get ready with me style kind of video where I'm going to be talking about the thing that bothers me the most about the beauty niche or space on YouTube and why makeup creators get treated so much more differently than some of the other creators on YouTube. So I'm going to be putting on makeup. I'm not going to be talking about it for the most part. I'm going to be putting down in the description box. It's going to be a mix of new stuff, not new stuff, PR. It's all going to be listed and labeled in the description box if you're interested in what I'm using. But let's get right into it. So I don't really even know where to really start because it's just something I've been thinking about for some time now and just seeing it getting worse and worse. And that's just a constant criticizing of YouTubers or creators, influencers, whatever you want to call them. I like to say creators because we create. And I just feel like, especially like larger creators, you know, people that have quite a bit of a following, but as well as some smaller creators. By smaller, I mean like still bigger than me. And in terms of like sponsorships and just anything that's paid, if someone even got it in PR, there seems to be just like a lot of resentment toward that. And it just feels like the moment somebody gets PR from a brand that they've already been buying from, or gets a sponsorship from what seems to be a random brand, everyone just seems to be like, oh my god, I can't trust YouTubers anymore, or whatever. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And I can definitely see that aspect, but being somebody who's in this space, and I am a creator, and it's just a little frustrating because I don't see this happening in the other like niches within YouTube. And I don't just watch beauty YouTube. I do have like a giant pimple there, and I actually forgot to spot conceal there. But what was I saying? I watch a lot of different other YouTube. I watch gaming, I watch plant YouTube, also photography, and just like tech stuff as well. And especially tech and photography, I think is like majority male dominant, something that seems to be definitely like something that it's mostly men who are the creators basically in that space. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I just feel like there's so much criticism in the beauty space, and people just want to watch people use makeup and love makeup that they've purchased, so that they feel like it's an honest review, or it's just like, you know, people loving makeup and using it kind of like the old YouTube, if you will. But just like anything else, you know, everything's going to evolve, and there's just kind of what's happened with YouTube. And there's nothing wrong with doing YouTube and making a little bit of money. I just feel like also people think that people on YouTube just make so much money. Like, no, you really don't. You need like quite a bit of a large subscriber count and getting a consistently great views for that. And there's definitely channels that make really good money, but for the most part, it's very unlikely. And I just really feel like everybody supports people up until the point they start making money, and then all of a sudden it's like no. And there's just so much judgment happening there. And the moment like somebody gets PR, the moment somebody gets a sponsored post or video or whatever, it's just immediately like this person is no longer honest. And one thing to keep in mind is everyone has a bias, so there's always going to be some sort of a bias regardless if you're getting things or if you're buying them. You might just really be inclined to like the brand because of your experience with the brand, with your personal conversations with the brand owner. For example, if it's like an indie brand or smaller brand, but some larger brands might as well. So there's just like a lot to take in there. And I personally, when I watch somebody and they have a sponsored video, if there's like a piece that is sponsored and it's something that like I don't care about, then I'll just skip through it. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's sponsored, like, eye roll, I'm just gonna skip the whole video, I can't watch you ever again. Like, back to the other niches that I wanted to talk about. I noticed, for example, on like the plant, I keep wanting to say plant TikTok, but it's plant YouTube. The people that I've watched, some people end up doing quite a bit of like sponsored stuff or some sort of like affiliation with a product, and people start to complain about it because, yeah, of course, if it's happening a lot, then you know, I think that will lead for people to get annoyed, and the creator had to like stand up for herself and be like, listen, like it's been very up and down on YouTube recently, and I need to do these sponsorships to like be able to like pay my rent and just pay for stuff and to be able to keep making videos, because her channel was her full-time job. I understand the frustration. I feel like sometimes I might also be like, oh, like again another one, like if it's like quite a bit in a row. But then if you look at like for example tech YouTube or like photography, there's so much sponsored stuff. Like it can be literally like every video is sponsored, and from what I've seen, from the experience I've had, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm probably not as into it, like deep into it as like beauty YouTube, but from what I've seen, it seems definitely like much less criticized. Like the creators don't really get criticized. It just seems like the normal thing to do. So I guess my main point here is, why is it that makeup can't be something that people try to sell to you, but other things are okay? And there's two things I think that it is the reason for those. And number one is that because it is such a like product that has to do with your look and the way you look and something you apply, versus like a tech product like a camera, a phone, whatever, that's different than something that you literally like put on your skin, put on your face. So that's part one why I think that it's like that, because there just seems to be something like, oh, makeup should just be your hobby. At least that's just feel like that's the vibe sometimes I get from people that get annoyed at creators who make money. And then the other reason I think that is because for the most part, the YouTube space is mostly women, and we know from history and now up until now that women are just more likely to get criticized, when it comes to really anything truly. But I feel like maybe especially makeup, and it's just easier for people to seem to wanna criticize women, because just look at history, you know, women have been criticized all the time, and even now, just it never stops really. So I think that plays a huge part in it. And so what I've been just thinking about is, you know, just back like I want to say 5-10 years ago, it was so normal for celebrities to be doing all these advertisements for these makeup companies that you see on TV. And I'm sure that there was some people that were like annoyed by it, but for the most part it was a normal thing. So I just feel like times change, you know, things evolve. And in this case, it is that brands want to pay creators or influencers and people that are not necessarily celebrities in terms of like they're singers or they're actors. And I just feel like something about that is what doesn't go over well with people, because they like to see people who use the makeup or skincare, whatever, relatable in terms of, oh, it just feels like that we're hanging out, they're enjoying makeup, and it's just, you know, your neighbor playing with makeup on camera, and you get to watch and enjoy it and follow along, whatever. And it's changed, and it's not like that. I think that's how it used to be in the beginning of YouTube. I gotta say, this is really hard. I am so not used to this. I think I've done like one Chatty Get It Ready With Me maybe. That was like end of last year, so I'm just like really rusty, and it's really hard to try to like multitask really, because I'm used to just focusing on doing my makeup without talking for the most part, except for eyeshadow. But everything all together and trying to kind of form cohesive thoughts has been really hard, so bear with me. But I think that's kind of just my point. It's just like people want to watch people for free, I feel like they're hanging out and enjoying makeup that they bought themselves, that they feel like because they bought it themselves, they're gonna give their honest opinions, and it's just not the case. I mean, it's 2021, and I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, another 5 or more 10 years from now, it would be much, much more normal to be a creator or influencer of some sort. I already think that YouTube is definitely very oversaturated in a lot of niches, and I think it's getting a bit hard for newer people that just started a channel to break through. But I have no idea what I'm doing for a look. I don't know. What am I doing? What I was really trying to aim at saying is that it's just like creators replace the celebrities, and also like you don't see people getting mad at the people who are on the commercials on TV that you see advertising things. And just because you see an advertisement doesn't make you go and buy it. Like, there's something about people feeling like they don't like when YouTubers seem like they're shilling products all the time, because then they feel like they're saying you need to buy it, but it's really probably or partially could be their own feeling of wanting to buy it. And they just can't not buy it if somebody talks about it. And I feel like that's like a whole different, issue. And I don't think that's up to the YouTuber. And also, it's not like, will those people, if they see an ad on the TV, are they going to go and buy it just because they saw an advertisement? Are they going to be mad at those actors in said ad about being paid to advertise the product to you and try to sell it to you when they probably haven't even tried it? Like, that, let's be honest, like, these actors are for the most part hired to just do this commercial and that's it. Like, they're most likely not tried it. I'm just generalizing, and I know, but I'm just saying, like, they're hired, they do the thing, they have a script, and then, they do it. Same with, like, the, like the Maybelline advertisements that just show you, like, the crazy, like, looking, super long lashes and stuff. It's not real, and those will not make you go and buy it just because you saw an ad. So I think I'm gonna do, like, a red look or something red, and then fun like that. So I just wish people would see it for what it is, instead of being set on people having to be a certain way on YouTube. Like, things change. And I'm sure also in the beginning, photographers or people who review cameras and lenses and what have you, or phones, I'm sure at some point they also were buying the stuff and had to buy it with their own money. And I don't know why that's flashing. I didn't mean for that to be flashing. So they were doing reviews based on what they bought, but then at some point they were able to, make money off of YouTube to buy the stuff and therefore be able to review more stuff. And I just feel like there's more trust in these other YouTube niches. A channel might have, like, 500K subscribers, and they'll have a sponsor video and they'll be talking about, like, a product in it. And nobody's doubting their integrity. Nobody's doubting, oh, you just got this for free, so you must be lying. Like, that just seems to be, like, the biggest thing in beauty. Like, people just don't want to believe YouTubers, basically, that something about just makeup and talking about makeup, oh, they must be just saying that because it's sponsored, or, oh, they're getting paid, oh, they have an affiliate code, they're affiliated, so that means, they're not going to criticize. And the other thing, this could be a whole video on its own, is the whole notion of, if it's a negative review, it's an honest review. No. Positive reviews could also be honest reviews, and negative reviews could be also very biased reviews as well. So I guess my main, like, kind of something I'm trying to get at here is, you just have to be a smart consumer, and you need to always take everything with a grain of salt. And at the end of the day, you'll buy what you feel is right for you. And you have to also realize that everyone has different skin, and so not everything's going to work for you, even if you and the creator both have oily skin or something. Like, it's just not guaranteed to work. So that's my thing, is just, when I watch something and I know, like, it's about products, it's like a bunch of products and the video is sponsored by the brand, like if it's a bigger brand, I'm not just gonna be like, oh my god, well, it's sponsored, so they must be lying, and just, like, be really angry about it. I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt, I'm gonna enjoy the video, and I'm gonna evaluate at the end of the video if any of these products would be good for me, and if I want to invest in them. I just had to cover this. The window was blowing me out. My thoughts on all of that, because I've been seeing it more and more, and I'm just wondering if it will ever get to the point, like, I think there's either going to be a huge influx of it being a bit more normal to be an influencer, to be a creator, what have you, or if it actually will get worse and it will die down, and in 5 years it will be really rare because people just lose all trust in creators and influencers, and I wonder also if it will be per niche. Like, I can't imagine that happening with the tech space on YouTube. I just feel like, again, I don't really see much criticizing there in the comments, and everyone was just excited. But the thing is, that's such a different kind of product that they're trying to sell, you know? It's like a technology product versus like something that you, I hate to say this, but alter your appearance with. And I'm really curious to see what happens. I definitely personally would not want to be a full-time YouTuber or full-time creator, because it's just, I know it's not for me, and I know it would be sustainable for me. I'm about to put some loose flakies on my lid. If you've been on my channel, you know I don't like flaky stuff, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna see if I can embrace this, but I don't know. I don't think this is my kind of product. I'm already regretting doing that. And it's literally flying everywhere. Oh my god. I know I wasn't gonna talk about the products as I'm talking, but like this is kind of hard to not talk about. Oh, that feels weird on my lid. Yeah, this is exactly why I don't use these kinds of products. I just, they're not exactly flattering, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to give it another chance. It's been a while. I feel like that's kind of what I wanted to say, and I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on it, because I feel like the people that watch me might not necessarily have those feelings towards creators that I'm speaking of that other people do. But I know obviously it would be different if I myself wasn't one. I think maybe I would have a different view, but just seeing it from my perspective and just knowing people's possible experiences similar to mine. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I need to clean this off. All right, I literally can't get it off. I do like scrape it with my finger, and this is not good. I was gonna film another video after this. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what you have to say. The only thing, I just want to clarify this, the only time that I don't like it is obviously when people are lying about it not being an ad or not being sponsored. That would be the only time that I find it unacceptable. However, the times when it is very clearly put out there, and even if it's, you know, a couple times in a row, I'm just like, I guess just having known how much effort it takes to have a channel and to upload videos and to edit, to plan and everything, like I guess I understand. Like, I don't have a problem with people making money off of it. Going on really weird. Oh, do you see that flying everywhere? Maybe I'm probably using these wrong, but like honestly, I just don't feel like this is worth the effort. All right, I kind of put it on the other eye. I like the palette, but these flakies are not for me, that's for sure. And the other thing is, this is a totally unpopular opinion, I know, is that I don't think that there's anything wrong with starting a beauty YouTube channel or what have you, in the want to make it something that you gain money from. Because why is beauty different from wanting to do that in the other niches? Like, if I'm a photographer and I like to try a lot of cameras and stuff, why not make a channel and make money off of it? If that's something, if I want to go and teach and try out different cameras and different lenses and stuff, and I want to talk about it on YouTube and make money off of it, like, that's fine. But the moment you do it beauty, people are like, no, you can only have a beauty channel if you love beauty and you like to play with makeup and you enjoy the application. Which, yes, to an extent. Obviously, if somebody doesn't like makeup, they're not gonna make a channel and put makeup on, because you could totally tell that they don't enjoy it, or, you know, they don't really want to do it and they're just doing it for the money. Then maybe it would come off that way. But I don't find anything wrong with somebody who genuinely loves makeup and has something to teach you, or just wants to try out products and be able to put out reviews out there for you. I have no issues with that as well being the point of making a channel. Like, I just don't think that beauty YouTubers should be treated differently than these other creators who are reviewing and trying other types of products. And this is literally all over my face. I'm going to do a cream blush, but there's no way I'm going to do that now. So, and the reason I'm saying it's an unpopular opinion because everyone just expects people who do makeup to only want to do it because they genuinely love it and they want to share their love for it with other people. But you can still do that and try to make money. However, it is extremely hard, I think, especially nowadays, because YouTube is so saturated, to go into wanting to have a beauty channel and make like a good amount of makeup. Like, it's just not going to happen that fast, and it's going to be really hard. I think even if people wanted to do it, it would be really hard. I mean, I think it's definitely much easier in other niches that are not beauty, as well as maybe like fashion. I could see it happening in fashion, but makeup's hard, especially on YouTube. And then also, usually if you do YouTube, you have to do like at least Instagram. You don't have to, but it definitely helps. So, you know, then it would be a lot to balance. And I started my channel because I loved doing eye makeup. I loved doing my eye makeup. It was very therapeutic, and I really liked the technique of it. I loved watching tutorials, and so I wanted to start doing tutorials too because I found it soothing, and so I thought maybe other people would find it soothing, and maybe they would learn something along the way, because I'm definitely not a professional makeup artist. I don't ever claim to be, but you know, everyone has a different technique, and I've watched people who have a different technique, and I just like, I never thought of doing it like that. And then you do it like that, and you're like, wow, this works for me. Or maybe you try it and it doesn't work for you. But it's the possibility of finding a new technique that works for you that I really enjoyed. And it's a lot of pressure in order to try to make it like something that will really be enough for you to be able to pay your bills and stuff. So I just wish people would either, if it angers you so much, then just literally don't watch beauty YouTubers. Only watch really small, tiny channels, knowing, you know, that they might eventually, as you know, it goes, you just grow because you're putting content out there. So there's going to be people discovering you and following you, so it's going to grow. It depends, you know, the speed's going to vary, but just know that every YouTuber is probably going to grow a little bit, and at that point they might start getting PR. And you know, some people just, it's like you can enjoy watching other people use makeup without feeling like, oh no, but this is, you know, PR, or oh no, but this is sponsored. Like, why can't you enjoy it? Why can't you just enjoy it and just take it for what it is what I'm trying to say, I think. So I'm not even gonna put lashes on because honestly, I hate this so much. Alright, so I just threw on a wig to cover my totally not washed hair. But I guess the final thoughts to kind of sum everything up is that I feel like the beauty space gets treated differently, partially because it is predominantly women, and women are just more likely to be criticized over anything and everything that they do, as well as other reasons why YouTubers are criticized at the way that they are, in terms of are they honest or not, sponsor videos, ads, PR, and just really questioning their integrity. And that's kind of, I just feel like I'm not sure if I have like the full answer, but I feel like I'm kind of onto what the answer, like part of the answer is. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, why you think that the beauty space on YouTube gets treated so differently from the other niches. So that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content on my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.